I am a terrible YouTuber.
Yes.
A lot of you guys are asking, where's the knife making content? And for that I do apologize. However, I did know that this was coming, and I'm not saying it's totally fixed yet, but we're getting very, very close. You see, things with the house are coming really, really good. We're getting settled, the garage is getting settled. There's still a lot of to-dos in the house, but that stuff is it's gonna be put on hold for a little while. Also, my knife orders, we are this close to being completely caught up. A few changes actually coming to the way that I'm processing knives. First, I will not allow any more custom orders on my website. I got into a bit of a pickle when I ended up having like 3 months worth of orders come in about 2.5, 3 days, and I'm like, oh my word, what will I do? So I'm playing catch up from that. I've disabled custom orders. You can't order a knife custom on my website. I think from now on, the way that I'm going to have to do it is basically as the knife is finished, I will put it for sale on my website. I still might do some very select commissioned pieces. I'm not entirely sure, but as far as being able to click, you know, order up a custom last stitch necker or sheep's foot EDC or something like that, I think that is a thing of the past. That is gonna be a major change with the way that I process my knives, and it's also gonna be, I'm gonna enjoy it more because I think I wanna try and do more varied knives, like, you know, pick an odd design or do like custom one-offs, and then it'll be easier to videotape that process as well. The thing is, right now, while I've been playing catch up with my knives, I've been making like 10 of one knife, and I'll do the same process. So I'll cut all the blanks out, and then I'll grind all the knives, and then I'll heat treat all the knives. And that makes for a very, very boring video. There's my heater. All right, so before we get going too further with what we have to do today, actually right now I've got to whip into town buy a new countersink bit because the one I have sucks. Let me show you. I hate these countersinks. These ones, I hate them. They suck. They do not work very good for metal, and I'm buying some decent ones, like ones like these. Like Walters, like you pay good money, but they work so much better, get much better surface finish than those things. But anyways, I want to show you a couple of updates done here in the shop. Super excited about this, and this is one that I think I should have done a long time ago, like as soon as I moved in here. That's right, we brought that big air compressor back. I got a sub panel coming in from the basement, so right now this is rated for 70 amps, and I've just got 40 amps coming in. And then I've got one breaker in so far. The rest are going to be for the power distribution runs that I do out into the garage. But we're gonna get to those. I've got the breakers for those and stuff. But for right now, I've got this set up and I'm so stoked to have this. Also, I put an air dryer in, and I think that's gonna make a big difference, and it's proving to make a huge difference with my sandblast cabinet. And so the main reason I brought that in is so that I could get this going again. And I also did some other changes, modifications to this. I had to clean it all out because it was out in the, I left it out in the weather, and it was just covered in like with frozen wet snow and ice and icy sand and rust. So I spent a good long while, a couple hours actually redoing this thing, and then I put a dust collection port on the back. These things come with a little spot here, so basically there's a hole on the other side of this baffle, and then it's got this filter here, so I don't know why they filter the air coming into here, or unless this is supposed to be the exit, I'm not entirely sure. Having said that, I think that would clog up quite quickly. But anyways, so the air basically comes into here, and then we suck it out here with our dust collector, and it is amazing. There is zero dust, and I can actually see very, very well. Even though I've sandblasted some of the top here, you can actually see what's going on inside there. Like, I can see what I'm doing. This is like the first time I've ever been able to see into the blast cabinet while I've been using it. So that is totally awesome. And then again, I just hook up my dust collector to it, and doing some testing and stuff, there's like no dust, silica dust anyways. that gets spread throughout the shop here, so that's really exciting. What my plan is I want to get all these knife orders out before Christmas, and then over Christmas what I'm going to do is I'll do a couple of project videos probably, and then I'm also going to set up a nice little workbench area here, more of a desk. I'm going to use the IKEA cabinets again, and then I'll put all my sharpeners in it. I'm going to take this, my old MacBook Pro, this big honkin' donkey. We'll get that set up over there with a printer so I can print off all my orders as they're ready. And then, you know, I also brought some artwork from my old garage. Like, it's just a really, really weird, really large, just gaudy photo. And I kind of like it in my garage. Also, I've got a whole bunch of license plates, speed signs, like speed limit signs, things that I've been given. I didn't steal them, but I'm gonna kind of decorate the walls of the garage here and kind of make it feel more like my own. And then I am thinking of doing the foam on the ceiling so you can kind of control and mitigate some of this echo that's in here. But that's gonna be my project. That's kind of what I'm gonna work on over the Christmas kind of holidays, take a day or two just to get that set up. But before that happens, I do need to finish off my knives. So I'm gonna whip into town, I'm gonna grab the countersink that I need, and we're gonna keep going on the remaining orders for the year. Up a proper countersink, 5/8. These ones are expensive. This sucker here, a 5/8 countersink, was like 50 bucks Canadian. They're definitely not cheap, but if you look after them, run them really nice and slow, this sucker should last. I've got some 3/8 size ones just like this, and they're actually dormers, but they've lasted me for like 10 years. So it's worth spending money to get decent tools, and if you look after them, they will last you a long time. I love the finish that comes off those blasted knives. The one real advantage to blasting a knife is that the acid takes really quickly to the surface of the knife if it's been blasted. It's just that really rough texture. It's still, like, it's not bad, but I find after I sandblast the knife, the acid takes to it so well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean all these knives up and then we'll get them in the acid bath. You see, they come out really, really dark. One thing I get asked quite a bit on Instagram is how I get my knives so dark. And the mixture that I use ferric chloride, like the kind you buy at, I get it from an electronics supply store. But I do 75% ferric chloride and 25% apple cider vinegar. And I actually find I get a much darker etch. So that might be something that may work for you. I've given that tip to a lot of people on private messages on Instagram. So I may as well put it out here right there. Ferric chloride, Apple cider vinegar, 75, 25, works for me. All right, so with all the house stuff that was going on, and with the break that I took from doing YouTube videos, it's been really, I'm surprised how hard it's been to get back into it. And I don't know why, it's just, you don't think about it, and when you're doing it all the time, it just kind of becomes part of your daily life. And with taking the break, I find it really difficult to get back into videos. So one of the reasons I'm doing this video today is just to force myself to get back into making videos again. A gentleman left a comment yesterday, I don't know if it was on Instagram or here on YouTube, but they said that, you know, it's been over 2 months since I've had knife making content. And I haven't actually checked that to see if that's true, but it very well could be. And that's a long time. I mean, I know most of you guys probably come for the knife making stuff, and I don't know, that's what I like to make, but like I said, it's just been hard to get back into it. So this video today, I mean, I'm not expecting too much from it. I don't really have, I don't know, there's no projects, it's just kind of a bunch of random shop stuff, but I'm going to try to force myself to start filming things and getting videos up again. I feel like it's at one of these points where if I don't start getting serious about it again, I really don't know if I'll keep doing them at all. So I want to keep doing videos. I'm gonna get kind of more focused on it, and we're gonna get stuff done. All right, so I've got one little concern with the power distribution center I have right here. You see I've got like this schmozzle of extension cords. Actually, this one right here, that's going out to the C can, and that's plugged in over there. And that just keeps the yard light on the C can. You can kind of see it out there. So that's not part of this, that's just going out there. That'll have to be fixed as well. But this whole schmozzle goes to the outdoor outlet, and it's a dedicated 15 amp circuit. And that runs my 2 grinders, my drill presses, this light, as well as my dust collector. And it's all fun and dandy because typically I don't run those at the same time. I do run my grinders and my dust collector at the same time, but it doesn't have an issue with that. But right now I put up Christmas lights, and that's plugged into that same outlet outside. And so in the evenings when the Christmas lights come on, I can't grind, I can't drill or grind or anything because I just popped the breaker. So again, just kind of a reminder to myself that I really need to get my power stuff set up soon. Again, hopefully that's gonna happen over the Christmas holidays. We will see, but I think for right now, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. Again, I'm just gonna try and get back into making more regular daily videos, and then in the new year, we'll take on some full builds. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. I appreciate your support. Cheers.